Hi Leo, this is your love reading for November 2020. So Leo's love reading for November, please. Leo, what do we have going on here? What's going on with our Leo friends? If you can, please, and if you feel inclined, please like, share, comment, subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Also, content. If you're interested in different content, let me know. I like doing different things, so please do comment and see if I go ahead and do something that you guys suggest. So with that, Leo, what's going on for Leo in the month of November in romance? This applies to partnered or not partnered, situationships, relationships, or having nobody, seemingly, okay? So I feel like right now, Leo, you're in this period of getting a lot of messages from Spirit, from even a lot of prayer, a lot of meditating. It doesn't always have to be like, oh, I'm getting messages from Spirit. But I do see here, like there's a lot of light forming kind of like a triangle here. You could be into sacred geometry. I feel like your first 3-4 chakras are submerged underwater, which means you could be a little bit feeling like you're drowning. You're drowning in a sense of like, can I get stability, or can I get stable, or who am I really? I want to put myself out there, but it's really difficult. So I think that stability is going to be a really big topic. Funny. Okay, I'm just like, the light went off because I'm a Leo, and I'm like, duh. Yeah, stability is a really big issue with some of you Leos. It could be stability in your partnership, stability in the world overall, especially as it is today. I'm shooting this in the tail of literal last day of Halloween, last day of October. But dear Leos, this is about you having prayer and being in meditation, asking Spirit, God, and whomever just to really help you to find that happiness and to be just really stable. This could be someone who's very psychic, very in tune with Spirit by their own merits, okay? This could be someone, if this isn't you, this can also be someone who is trying to manifest you into their lives, because this person is definitely praying for something. So if this isn't describing you, then you know this is someone who definitely wants something with you. Now, Leo, I feel like you're in this phase where you're physically present, mentally you're thinking about this heart in the middle by hands here, almost like a secret love, like you're not discussing it, describing it to anybody, talking about it, but that's really, you're listening to what makes your heart sing. But you're physically here. It could be you're in a relationship, dear Leos, or a situationship, or some kind of a courtship, or just talking to someone, but you're physically there, you're not emotionally there. Your feet are somewhere else, and this little pig over here is almost like, yeah, when pigs fly, that's when I'm gonna stay, because that's just not for you. For whatever reason, I feel like you're feeling like the partnership right now just is less than. And, you know, situationship, whatever. I gotta figure out where I put my cards until I return back to the table, which I relinquish to my son so he can kind of have an area to do whatever it is he's doing. Anyways, Leo for November. What else do we have as far as romance goes? Situationships, relationships, love, please. Okay. So Leo, I have the Page of Wands. This is someone who's not going to stay, who's flighty as well. So far, 2 pages. And I feel like you're saying, you know what, I'm done with the people that are in and out of my life that won't stay, that really have no care. But this wand, this could stand for a phallic symbol, or just a desire to, you know, get their freak on with many different people, because their feet are definitely not on the ground. They're not staying. So Leo, if you're involved with someone, I just propose that you're really watchful and trying to get messages about this person. They're just not in it to stay. They're in it for the minute. Okay? They're in it for the minute, and that's really not what I see you wanting. And sorry, I had to write that down because I will forget. I feel like this terrain for this person to stay is just it's boring, it's barren, and so they need a lot of juiciness out of life, and they feel like that's constantly following their fire and being in love with love. Maybe that's that other card that I just pulled. So Leo, this is funny, not funny, but it's death and rebirth, and it's all about, we know that this energy needs to leave our lives, that it's leaving indeed. There is a dark cord here. It's almost like you're corded to someone else that you can't stop thinking about or let go of, but you're surrounded, like the red stands for the root chakra to me, and your root chakra, you're not feeling stable. That needs to end. If you're corded with people like this, dear Leo, you know that you're worth than that, and I don't feel that you're going to put any time or energy into people like that anyways, because you're super spiritual and you're looking for a higher level of connection, higher level of commitment, a higher level of dedication. You know, it's one thing just to have, you know, be of this world, but just, I don't know. I think it's just personally, well, I'm a Leo, so there's my personal belief and feelings. But you're waiting for the break of dawn, something new, something vibrant, something clean and earth-based, something that's really rooted in reality and stable. Look at these trees growing. They've been there for a long time, but they have fresh air and full light. I feel like you don't want any shenanigans. You're not going to put up with anything that looks, thinks, smells, or anything like that, dear Leo. You're going to make sure that everything has a lot of clarity, and if it does not, you're going to abandon it because it doesn't give you any security. It's going to feel corded into this mire and garbage, okay? Whether you're married, partnered, single, situationship, I do not care. I feel like that's kind of what you're still looking for, okay? Now, this confirms you have that wish. You have a wish for emotional fulfillment. You want to go ahead and launch off of like your I'm like hereditary. I feel like it was inherited, hereditary, generational. It's like kind of like your culture. You want things to go in a different way. You want these cats to reach and attain like love fulfillment. Like I found my joy, my wish. Also to be true to you. This card doesn't look yellow back here, but it's yellow, and it's a solar plexus. Or Manipura. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly or incorrectly, but it's really taking a leap and jumping into anything that's just like really emotionally fulfilling. So I feel like you want to be careful and cautious that you're not overeating, or having too many drinks, too much fun, too much party, or being kind of overall reckless in the things that give you joy, whether you're someone that likes to kind of spend a lot of money or anything like that. Just be a little bit on the cautious side right now, because dealing with energies like this can make us kind of go a little bit on the deep side, dark side, whatever. So, yeah, but you have that level of joy that is coming, and I feel like it's going to feel like a really big liberation, almost like if you're with a partner right now who is kind of in and out, they're in love with love, they're just like, it's a vibration of a child. It's somebody who hasn't matured. They don't know what they want. They're in love with love. They haven't really graduated to a point where they know themselves enough, and that's fine. We've all been there, but I feel like mentally, emotionally, spiritually, that's not where you're at. You need a higher quality, a higher caliber, someone who knows their minds and, you know what, isn't mixing with everybody else. I feel like that's not really what you're looking for. Okay, so then, and I know this to be true because the very next card is the Three of Wands. This is all about looking at, okay, I've put my time, my money, my energy into this, and it's like I've been patient. When is the tide coming in? It's pissing me off. Is it going to come in yet? Do I, finally get to take my surfboard out? Not that I know anything about surfing, obviously, but do I get my surfboard and jump in, and just go? But I can't because the tide is too low. So I feel like you want an elevated kind of love, something like different, something that is a little bit otherworldly. a connection that's body, mind, and soul, and not just like, well, I really like you, I think you're cute, or let me take you out on a date. You're kind of over all that nonsense, or let's just have fun tonight. That holds no water and no appeal, dear Leo, right now. Okay, so if you're in a partnership, you also want that level of, I've done all this work and I'm spiritual, and when is my partner going to change? You could really be wanting someone to just level up for you, to show up, okay? Whatever relationship or situationship you're in, okay? So, the next thing I'm seeing is here, someone wants to go at it on their own, okay? This is the middle of the night, that icy terrain behind this bird. And this guy's sneaking away. And so I don't like the card at all, or this vibe at all. I feel like you're getting a warning. If you feel like something isn't right, because you're presenting as a Queen of Cups, you know damn well something isn't right, okay? Now, I'm trying not to swear on my channel. Trying to do, better than that. But here we are with my potty mouth. I'm just going to tell you, you're getting warnings, and it's a major, internal scream that something is not right. Could be your partner's off doing something that should not be doing. It could be you wanting to do something or doing something that you're not doing. Now, yeah, something to do with flight. Maybe they're kind of taking off and doing things in the middle of the night that you don't know about, or something about stealth. So I would be wary of that. Follow your intuition, because really it's on the money. Don't doubt yourself. Next card I'm getting right here is the Four of Cups. And this is, I feel like somebody's bored. You could be bored with the connection because it's not of a higher level. It's not deeper. It's not, even though you have like an offering right here, you're like, that's not even what I want. That's not, you're going to come at me for a good time, but not for full time. Or you're going to come around me when you're feeling ooey gooey, but there's no staying power there. And so I think that that's just boring you. And it could also be that potentially your partner is feeling bored and restless. Okay, so somebody has some boredom issues. Be careful, because this cup that's being offered to you could be more. Maybe you're a little bit jaded about what happened to you in the past, and this cup could be offering you more than you think it is. And with that, I'm actually noticing the red. So maybe they're offering stability that you just don't see. You're like, yeah, I've seen that. I've been there, done that. So be careful of just assuming things out of people. But if you have a gut feeling, then I'm going to tell you you're right. Go with your intuition always. Okay, dear Leo? Any last messages for Leo? I have the number 8 presented in light in the background, but it is a 6 of Pentacles, a 6 of Coins. Okay. Now, this is an interesting card always to me, because you don't know if they're giving or if they're receiving. You don't know if the hand above is taking a coin or if it's dropping the coin. And the hand below, you don't know if they're grabbing for coins or throwing them up in the air. So I feel like you want something that's like elevated, an equal give and take, a balance there, a balanced cycle. Maybe you've had cycles in the past that are not balanced, okay? Because this number 8 to me represents cycles to me. I think that you're following, that's what your heart desires. That's what's going to help your heart chakra to really grow and thrive. And also, I've never noticed this before, but I see a road right here on the bottom when I was talking about your heart chakra. And I think that, for you to know if this is the right thing, whether you're in a marriage, situationship, or whatever, notice that there's an equal give and take. One that is reciprocated, because that's what you're looking for. It's an elevated type of, and you're not looking for perfection, but something that's reciprocated in a deep way. Okay? With that, you have the Ace of Cups. This is like the Holy Grail. This is about sharing what you value, what is important to you with that one other person. It's like when you have one cup, you don't share it with 25,000 other people. I'm sorry. So if you're in a poly relationship, that's great. The thing is, all of you guys know about each other, and that's, in my opinion, how it should be done. Anything done behind people's backs is just plain hurtful, and I don't condone it at all. I think it's wrong. So with that being said, out of this cup, very few are selected to drink from it because you only have one. You can't share it with like 25,000 people. I'm just saying, okay? So you have a desire to share this with one person, probably, or one clan, or whatever your thing is. That's no judgment there. But in that, I feel, dear Leo, that you having battles. So I don't know if it's like, you know, here's Sarah Connor, I think that's her name, from Terminator. Let's fight. This is like you fighting with your past. This guy is like, I'm going to drag you down. Don't even try it again. You know, it's all the same. These are all internal voices and things that are holding you back. This guy's like, you know what? I don't give a damn. I'm going to reach and I'm going to continue fighting until I find what I want romantically. This one is like, oh my gosh, is there hope for anything different? Let me think about it. Let me try to climb out of this big darn cave. And this one's like, Eureka, I'm looking for it. And I'm out there searching and I'm active, willful, I'm joyful, I'm putting out my own light there. So there's a lot of like churning, internal churning. And maybe that's what we opened up with the queen being submerged in water, with your first 3 chakras underwater. Okay, so with that, I have another 5, big surprise here. Dear Leo, 5 is about getting headaches, getting people in your ear that maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong, I don't know, but people talking crap that maybe you don't want to listen to, don't want to hear. But in your heart, you know that something's going on that is not quite right. Now you see this person in the back doing kind of like a victory dance. Now the 5 of Swords is to me always about deceit, lies. It could be self-deceit, especially because it's paired with the 5 of Wands, okay? So it's like I'm deceiving myself and it's causing a big struggle. Or somebody, I feel like that's most of what's going on here, is you're being deceived around you, and you're like, that gives me a headache. My intuition tells me that you know, my intuition is screaming in my ear something isn't right, and I don't want to hear it. I want to close my eyes to it. Leo, I'm the queen of denial, so no judgment there, but this gut feeling that you have of it screaming in your ear, if that is the case, you need to really honor it and know that you're totally right, okay? I do have your counterpart, which is really fascinating. Now that's coming through. This person is very spiritual, very much like in tune. If you're in a marriage or situationship right now, I feel like this person's just checking in, trying to figure out how they feel about things. They're in the water, which tells me that they could be emotional as well. But if you look at this, he could be thinking your partner, your significant other, or the person admiring you could be like, you know what, that ship sailed. That thing is over. That's unattainable. And they're checking to make sure, is that really true? Is that just a feeling that I'm getting? Okay. With that, this other person, this could be you, or it could be this other person leveling up, or just an entirely different person. It's a King of Pentacles. This is someone who is slow to move. I don't feel like he ever really rushed a lot in his life. He could be a little bit too laid back for you, Leo. Too calm about things, because we're fire. We want that action like yesterday. We're impatient as hell. But look at all this red. This is actually red. It looks like orange. There it is. I just got to move the card around. It's red in the background. And if you look, this is all about your root chakra, your stability, and all of that. So I feel like this person is either going to level up or you have someone else. I just don't even feel like it's the same energy. Let's be honest here. I feel like this is a whole different person looking at you, who's been looking at you for quite some time. They've had their eye on you. They have been loyal. Even if you're not in communication, you haven't talked to this person a million. You even probably never imagined in a million years. But this person's still thinking about you and coming at you super slow. But I think that you'll get communication. And this is like divine timing. They know when to move on things. They know when to slow down, when to bow out. And maybe in the past it just wasn't the right time. If you guys are single, or even if you're married and partnered, this could be someone who's been kind of like waiting things out, looking to see when you're going to be free, if you're going to be free, do you want to be free, that kind of a thing. But they're not going to make a move unless they know that you're completely liberated from any lower level shenanigans. I'm just going to call it like it is. Yeah. And with that, oh my gosh, I'm pulling, you saw me mix the same cards that I pulled earlier. With that, they need to know that you're completely free. Then they're going to move forward towards you, okay? The desires to move quickly, they've been waiting for a long time. They know when to pull the trigger. The thing is, it's like this person is kind of like when you go to the range and you're going to take your time, you're going to look and make sure and assess, and then you're going to pull that trigger. They're just going to go for it. You know, if they see that you are free and available. I'm going to say swift action. Maybe somebody might be coming towards you on a visit. I know that a lot of people are on lockdown, or I don't know what your thing is right now as far as quarantine goes, but they want to rush towards you. And that ultimately is your wish, is somebody who's stable and kind and picks you and is loyal. Loyalty is super important to you, dear Leo. And I would suggest that, you know what, you know if a person's loyal to you. You just know it in your gut. You know it by their speech, by their momentum. So if you have a new person coming into your life, that's awesome. I would just say kind of like slow things down a little bit. But this person's thought a lot about you. It's not just like, let me just pull the trigger now. Okay? If you are in a relationship or in a situationship, you have choices to make. If this is your story. If it is not your story, don't make it fit, okay? So I'm going to pull one last card for Leo. Okay. I think, Leo, you're taking all the information in. You're not saying a damn word about it. You're going to take it all in, think about it. She's got this purse held close to her chest with all of the chakras. Interestingly enough, especially like the lower chakras are standing out to me, but pretty much she's not giving anything up or giving anything out. She wants a higher level of elevated communication, of security. So I don't think that you're going to be like opening up your mouth and blabbing any of this to anybody. You're just going to see how it pans out. So with that, I hope that some of this resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know if the content is something that you'd like to see in the future. I like to go into feelings more with my tarot cards if that's something that you're interested in. And with that, I hope you have a fantastic November, and namaste.